We skipped our son's MIT graduation to support his sister's ballet recital, thinking he'd understand that family comes first. Instead, he cut us out completely. 5 years later, sitting across from him at a wedding, he looked through us like we were strangers, and I finally realized I'd chosen the wrong child that day. We skipped our son's MIT graduation to support his sister's ballet recital, thinking he'd understand that family comes first. Instead, he cut us out completely. 5 years later, sitting across from him at a wedding, he looked through us like we were strangers, and I finally realized I'd chosen the wrong child that day. I have two children, Marcus, who just turned 31, and his younger sister, Riley, who's 28. Growing up, they couldn't have been more different. Marcus was the self-sufficient one, teaching himself calculus at 14, fixing our broken appliances without being asked, never complaining. Riley needed constant reassurance. Every audition rejection sent her spiraling. The weekend both events fell on the same day. We genuinely believed we were making the right choice. Marcus was graduating from MIT with aerospace engineering. Riley had her showcase with the Boston Contemporary Ballet, the one that could determine her apprentice program invitation. When we told Marcus we couldn't make it to Cambridge, he went very still. You know, I'd been working toward this for 4 years, right? His voice was calm, but there was something underneath it I'd never heard before. We know, sweetheart, I said. But Riley's entire future depends on this one performance. You're already successful. You've got job offers lined up. Riley needs us more right now. Marcus nodded slowly. Got it. Riley needs you more. My husband David tried to soften it. We'll throw you a celebration dinner when you're back. Sure, Marcus said. Then he excused himself. Riley's triumph got our full celebration, while Marcus's graduation earned only a distant congrats to Riley, and afterward he slowly vanished. Missed holidays, curt texts, eventually blocking me outright. By the time his fiance's family sent us a formal wedding invitation, it was clear the distance wasn't busyness, but choice. At the wedding, seeing him confident and surrounded by people who clearly mattered to him, I realized he'd built a life that didn't include us. Riley approached him first while we hung back. I watched their conversation from across the room. It lasted maybe 90 seconds. Riley came back with tears in her eyes. What did he say? I asked. He thanked me for coming, like I was a distant cousin, not his sister. During the ceremony, Marcus's vows mentioned building a life with someone who showed me what real family looks like. His fiancée, Emma, talked about how Marcus had overcome so much to become the man standing here today. Overcome what? We gave him everything. At the reception, we were seated with Emma's elderly great aunt and family friends we didn't know. Not the family table. From our spot, I could see Marcus's college roommate, his boss, and Emma's entire extended family at the central tables. Midway through dinner, Emma's mother approached us. I'm glad you could make it. I know it means a lot to Marcus that you're here, even though things have been complicated. We're hoping this is a fresh start, David said. She gave us a sad smile. I hope so too. He's been through a lot, but he's in such a good place now. There was that phrase, been through a lot. I finally asked, what do you mean? Emma's mother mentioned Marcus's post-college depression and therapy, things we'd never been told, leaving me reeling. When Marcus finally approached us, he thanked us like strangers, and when we tried to reconnect, he said calmly that he'd built his own family after we made our priorities clear. We insisted it had been one mistake, but he reminded us it wasn't, that he'd always known he ranked below Riley. Missing his graduation wasn't bad timing, he said. It was a choice we made. Marcus walked away with calm finality, leaving us with a generic thank you card and a handwritten note. I hope you find peace with the choices you made. I finally have. There was a long pause. Then, he waited for you in that auditorium for 3 hours, kept checking his phone, watching the doors. When it ended, he called you 12 times. Every call went to voicemail because you were at Riley's thing. He spiraled pretty hard. Stopped eating, missed work, ended up in therapy for depression. It took him 2 years to stop talking about whether his parents loved him. I couldn't breathe. Riley admitted she'd gotten the apprenticeship 2 days before the showcase and hid it, because the only way to guarantee we showed up was to pretend the outcome still depended on us. I felt sick. You knew? I was 19 and selfish. I didn't think about what it meant for Marcus. By the time I realized he'd already cut us off, we chose Riley's victory lap over Marcus's actual achievement, and Marcus figured it out. That's why he said we made it very clear who the priority was. Marcus looked happy at that wedding. Genuinely, fully happy. He's found his people, his peace, his family, and we're just the strangers who taught him he was better off without us.